Do you think that the consumers are driving this, or are they following?
I think that the answer to the question is yes. We are on a huge whitewater river ride. The river is moving, and there is a lot of things that are causing the river to move. One is the availability of water. The other one is just plain gravity. Excuse me. There is a lot of things that are driving the stream, and we're all caught into it. But we can no longer assume these traditional roles that there is a content producer over there is a content distributor over here, and there is an advertising concern over there, and all of them are in opposing camps. That's not going to work. All these boats are going down the river. So the better that we get these things aligned and in a common purpose, the better everybody's interests are going to be served. And that involves sitting around the table together and figuring out how do we deliver in this new medium, how do we shape the medium, how do we integrate things with content. So I think that to some degree technology is providing the fuel, but consumer is steering their own boat down this river, making very intelligent choices. And these are not necessarily the choices that either the advertiser or the content producer wants them to take. So instead of getting upset about it and try to guide them down the funnel, they need to be riding with the consumer and using the river of technology to help them in their common goal.
How do you think connected TV will impact how the medium is used and your role in the media business?
Well, I think connected TV is going to be huge. And again, going back to that quote that we vastly overestimate what's going to happen in the near term and we vastly underestimate what's going to happen in the medium and long term. I think that right now connected TV is just a term that people are sort of vaguely aware of, like they're vaguely aware of cloud computing and so forth. But I think it's going to fundamentally change broadcast and the way broadcast is happening and the way people choose to consume content. I think, for one, you pick something that's very easy. I think that the interfaces on TV are going to really change people's experience. Those are going to change, and that you're going to have people really reacting to the fact that they're not changing channels in the same way. They're not consuming their television content in the same way. I think in just sort of a social societal level, it's going to be a little bit like smartphones and people sort of looking at their iPhone and saying, "Wow, that's different."
Connected TV is part of the transformation in media that we have been talking about. You will be able to talk to your television. The television is going to be able to talk to you back and create the content and deliver the content that you want on the fly. That is not very far from being realized right now with existing technologies. It is being stopped by people that don't know what to do with it. Connected TV, delivering the platform in a seamless experience across different platforms and locations, is a reality today. It's not pervasive, but it is a reality today that we need to understand and adopt as the new business model. Our role in Connected TV is fundamentally, as far as we are concerned, a fertile network landscape, and we use the term network in its most expansive way. It involves managing the data on this network, it involves delivering this data on the network, and it involves understanding what is the most optimum way of existing in this network.
And navigating.
Exactly.
Navigating the data. As I was saying about UI before, I think you look at the UI that's available on most sort of television sets and how you type and how you enter things. It's most people will still say the most complicated thing that they do is use their television remote. That's really interesting, and I think that there's a big business opportunity for people who have gained their expertise in really the elegant UI that's always pervaded the internet, whether you see it as dated now or and I think everyone commented that Apple really changed UI. They did, but which is true, but the ways of navigating and the human interaction that always existed on the web was always very elegant compared to the other things we have, even the telephone. So it'll be interesting to see how that blend works with the UI that exists right now on most televisions, which is really pretty awful.